There we go. I see the little button. So, yay! We are exactly 8 days. Actually, 7 days and 4.5 hours from this being done. So there you go. Couple things just to let you know. Directorship, I don't know how much Suzette has shared with you, is a combination of how many are on your team and production. Okay, so there is a combination. You can do it in, right now the qualifications is you can do it in 1, 2, or 3 months with an optional 4 months. The reason I'm going to say this right now is the guidelines are changing. The guidelines are changing back to what they were when I qualified. So if there's any of you who are thinking you might want a pay raise, you might want to think and pray more efficiently. And the reason I say that is if you are done by directorship by December 31st, you get to go by the same rules that Suzette is going by. If you decide to still be in DIQ or not enter DIQ until January 1. So either you're not done with directorship or you haven't entered DIQ until sometime after January 1. The process is changing. We will still need 24 people, but the production number is going to go back up to a number equivalent to being in DIQ for 4 months. So the production number that Suzette needs is actually DIQ for being in 3 months. We're moving it back to 4 months. So just to kind of let you know, are we in for the short game or the long game? So
why are they changing it back?
I'm guessing they're changing it back. We have not heard a definite, but if you want my idea, a little bit of that is just longevity. It takes a little bit more to get to that 4th month. And so some people are going to pull it off that you're going to get the numbers done in 2 months or 3 months. But it's also something different if you're just doing consistent work that your person who joined you on month 1 is going to order again on month 4 to stay active. Okay, so if you want my guess, because it's a pattern, okay? Mary Kay is not magical. I hope no one's ever given you that impression that Mary Kay is magical. It is all just pure mathematical. It is all just numbers. Not that any one person is a number, but if we don't work enough numbers, this is going to be a frustrating business. Does everybody hear the difference of those two things? Okay. So first thing I kind of want to shout out is how many of you have been consistent? Okay. I loved how many of you were stars. That means you guys are investing. It means that you are setting yourselves up for, hey, I'm going to sell this product for Christmas. A lot of you, this is your first Christmas or your first intentional Christmas. Suzette was her first intentional Christmas last year. And she killed it. She did great. But she will tell you every other Christmas before that, that really wasn't an intention. And so I'm excited about how well you guys have set yourself up. And setting yourself up that this is not a short game. You're not in here to just do a 90-day firecracker. You're in here because you want to build something. You want something that's going to last. And so, thank you. My mouse is back. And so that's kind of the, first of all, I want to shout out how many of you are stars. The next thing I want to do is how many of you Great Start qualified and started getting free product. Free is my favorite word. Free makes it so much easier to have built-in oopses and still be extremely profitable. Okay. An area of growth for this team. How about if I do some sandwiching? Can I slide this in like right about now? An area of growth for this team is to invite others to join you. Okay. The reason I say that is you guys are doing great at getting your great 50% off discount. But there was 2 things that Mary Kay asked of us, was to share the product and to share the opportunity. Because if we don't share the opportunity, we are the last generation of Mary Kay. It's it. Your grandkids, people that when you decide to stop, it's done. And I don't think any of us want that as our legacy. The other thing, those of you who are still in Great Start so those of you that are in your first 4 months, and there's several of you on the screen, you are also leaving money on the table in 2 ways. My guess is Suzette has told you this, but I will remind you. The first way you're leaving money on the table is you have the bestie coupons. Your first 3 team members who either want the $100 or the $130 starter kit get $25 taken off. So that's up to $75 that is laying on the table for you to use to give to family and friends. How many of you like to leave $75, lay on a table, and walk away? Okay, that's one way you're leaving it. The other way in your first 4 months, when somebody comes in and gets to the stage of earning free product, as long as you're still in your first 4 months, you get an additional $200 worth of product for free. In addition, you will always, so that's a benefit that only happens in your first 4 months. Okay, in your first 4 months, your team members who took advantage, now either they can come in with a 30 or they can come in with and use one of your bestie coupons, okay? Either way, they get to stay the free product while you're in your first 4 months. You're gonna be given additional $200 worth of product. Plus, this lasts forever, the product does not. You will also earn a $50 cash bonus. And the first time you become a red jacket, you get an additional $100 bonus. And that $100 bonus is good as if they've gotten free product or not. So let's say, I'll pick on Trace, she has somebody come in and they chose not to get free product with their first order, and they did a $240 order. And then she had somebody that chose to get free product, and then she chose another, then another person decided not to get free product. Okay, but she has 3 active team members. She gets a $50 bonus for her person and a $50 bonus plus her $200 bundle because it came in during her first 4 months. Everybody following me on that? But because she has 3 active team members for the first time in her Mary Kay career, she also gets a $100 bonus. Anybody think that's kind of nice this time of year? Okay. The other part of team building, besides that makes us not the last generation, is it is also the intention that you're in for the long haul, not the short haul. What do I mean by that? If we were at, which is, we got somebody's, it's this one. Okay. If we were trying to put things together, is it faster? Do you get a higher number faster going 2 + 2 + 2 + 2, or 2 × 2 × 2 × 2? Which one gives you a highest number faster? Multiplication. Right. When we are selling and getting our 50% off discount, okay, this was some logic that they needed to teach me. So I don't know if this logic is needed for you, but it was the logic that was needed for me. So you get to learn a Maryism, okay? Because when I first started, I started for one thing, the discount. 50% off was awesome. I loved 50% off discount. And I didn't really share that 50% off discount with a whole lot of people. So if I sold product, I just made a lot of money. Can anybody relate to what I do? Okay, thank you, Tracy, for being with me. Thank you. And so then when they talked to me about team building, it was like, wait a second, I make 50 or I make 4. Now, how can this be good for me? Does anybody else struggle with that concept besides when I first started? Okay, so yes. So the difference is the short game or the long game, okay? Our 50% off us selling product is like adding. Okay, I have one customer and then I have another party, but every time, who does all of these orders have to come through? Me. Has anybody else on the screen besides me decided that they were busy on occasion? Okay. So right now, when I am selling for my 50% off product profit, I am the only person in the game selling product. Does that make sense? Okay. When I start building a team, so watch what's happened to Suzette, okay? Because y'all are on her team in one shape or form. So last Christmas, there was her and her daughter that were selling for Christmas. How many people are selling for Christmas this year on Suzette's universe? Yeah, everybody on the screen but me. I don't sell for her, okay? Just for the record, she gets nothing off of me. Of course, I get nothing off of her, so it's quite fair in my opinion. How many more people are being touched this Christmas because Suzette said yes? Does that make sense? How many more people are being exposed to the Mary Kay product, even if she's not in the room? Because she's not always going to go out and be in parties with Kathy. She's not always going to be with Marquette. She's not always going to be with Lena. She's not always going to be Janet or Rhonda or Tracy. Y'all are going to be functioning. You guys invited your own guests. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Part of the big deal about team building is are you committing to the long game or are you committing to the short game? Okay. When I first started getting commissions, my commission checks were way smaller than my sales. I am pleased to report that changed about 7 years ago in my universe. I sell enough to earn a diamond ring. Okay, understand, I still know how to sell me some product. Okay, I'm just being honest. There's only one other person on the screen who's earned a diamond ring. Okay, but I will tell you my commission checks are amazing compared to my sales 50%. Like on an average month pre-earning the Cadillac, okay, average month pre-earning the Cadillac, like 3 to 4 times what my sales 50% commission was.
Yay.
Short game or long game? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're going to make, I mean, you have to sell a repair kit to get a $100 bonus, right?
Yeah.
But you get a $100 bonus just by adding 3 people to your team. And that's in addition to earning the commission. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to say that one of the biggest things is, Suzette, can I have you confess that it wasn't that long ago that we were having this conversation with you?
Not very long ago. So it was probably in May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because my goal was the diamond ring, and I knew I could do that by myself. I didn't need a team. My next goal was a car, and guess what? You need a team for a car. So okay. My goal then became, because I didn't think I knew how to train people, and I didn't want to let them down. So, you know, it's
that. Okay, that's a legitimate answer. I told her that when she decided that, but I kept telling her back in November that it's not about training when you start recruiting. Have you guys noticed on training nights, how many of you guys actually do the training?
Yes.
How many of you?
All of us.
You might share a product, but you don't do the training on training nights. On Tuesday nights, you share a part of your favorite product, but on Monday nights when we're training consultants, it's a director's job.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? How many of you are directors? Well, we have an almost and me. Of course, we have the amazing Judy and Sophia. So part of this is until you want to be a trainer and until you have the history of building a team, nope, we don't ask you to train. Does that make sense? Because really when you're building a team, part of it is we're asking you to invite people to come with you to teach you about the process. Part of the way that I look at that is everybody on the screen a mom or have taken care of small children? Is that a true statement? Everybody's either a mom or taking care of small children, is that right? Okay. So do you remember the first time that you were supposed to change somebody's diaper? Was that a little bit stressful for somebody else besides me? Okay. Did you ever get to the stage that eventually you could do it sound asleep and they still be on right and not fall off? Am I the only one that could get to that stage? But what did it take? Practice. It took time. So when you're inviting people to join your team, when you are inviting people to join the opportunity, it is that practice that we're seeking. And as you get more confident, yeah, there's different things we're going to give you. You're going to be hosting your parties by yourself. We're going to do like we did last night. I pray that you guys are sharing the opportunity without Suzette and I in the room. Okay? It gives you confidence, and the person is hearing your reason, not just my reason. Does that make sense? Okay. Go ahead and unmute. Questions, comments, wonderments about why Mary spent so much time on this.
I think it's great because it tells us that we can ask somebody to join us, but to walk in learning the steps with them, not make them follow the leader, or just, just come along with me and help me learn because I don't know all the answers.
Yeah, one of my comparisons, I don't know if this makes sense. Has everybody ever been on like a sports team? Everybody been on like a cheerleader or a sports team? If I talk that scenario, does that kind of make sense to you? So on a sports team, there was probably a captain, but then there was still a coach. Does that terminology make sense with everybody? So when you are team building, you are seeking to step up to be the captain. But is the captain the coach? Nope. Who's in charge of practice? The coach. Who's ultimately responsible for the team? The coach. But the captain helps rally, keeps everybody together, cheerleads, herds. Does that make sense? When you are team building, you're just saying, hey, I want to be more than on the team. I want to be a captain. And you get to decide if you're putting the big C on your shirt. If you're watching hockey, they got a big C on their shirt. If you're watching football, they have a big C on their shirt. If they're the captain. Does that make sense? If you're a drill team, they wear the different color skirt, right? Or the different color hat, of which they never let me wear either one. Just for the record. No spitefulness at all. I've gotten over that in 50 years. No, that's not true. Have not. No, just kidding. Okay, so does that help give you the mentality of team building? Okay. The other part of this is if you talk about wanting cash, Mary Kay Corporate puts a huge priority on team building, and that's where you start getting bonuses. Not only bonuses, but where they start paying you more. Okay, so with your first team member, go ahead and unmute. How much commission do you earn?
4%.
4%, absolutely. When you become a red jacket, of course you're gonna get at least 4, but you can earn as much as 6 or 8%. So you can double down. Not bad, huh? When you have at least 5 team members, the minimum you can get. Okay, when you have 1, what was the minimum you could get?
4.
4. When you have 5, the minimum you can get is 9. The minimum you can get is 9. The maximum you can get is 13.
What's the difference?
How many people order in the same month?
Oh, okay.
So when you have, and this is true for the rest of your Mary Kay career. So even Suzette, even I, when we have 5 of our personal team members order 225 or more in that month, we get paid 13% on our personal team members.
Okay.
Mary, is that based on wholesale or retail?
Everything's going to be based off wholesale.
Wholesale.
Wholesale's
And that's 225 just for 5.
and
you said
225 or more.
For 5. Okay.
Yep, you got to have 5 and
Okay.
5 order in the same month. You
Okay.
see, this is another reason why I like having more than 5 team members.
Right.
Because it's not stressful to me if I'm going to get if I'm going to get 13%.
Right.
That's why you see me keep recruiting.
Right.
Because I don't know if you've noticed over your Mary Kay watching, people come in and people go away. People come in.
Yeah, my one's probably fixing to go away because she went and got pregnant.
Maybe. She may not want to go back to work after that, maybe.
Number 6.
She may not.
Yeah.
Well, and to let you know, those of you who've been on the team and you've met Vicki Smith, she stayed ordering while she took care of her mom, why she went through an extended period of taking care of her mom before the Lord called her mom home, like 3 years.
Oh,
We
wow.
never saw Vicki at a meeting, but Vicki made sure she kept her ordering discount, ordered once, kind of like what Suzette was doing, ordering once a quarter, things like that. Since she came back, she is selling at the status that she 4.5 years of 600 or more every single month.
Is she the lady that got the consistency award? Okay. Because I remember you said she's ordered consistently every month since she's come in.
Well, but she came in 9 years ago. Her business had to fade away for a while because life was too big, but she
Right.
never lost her business, but now she's turned it back on.
Yeah.
That's the joy. There's some ebb and flow. Okay. Where you guys are, what is it? Okay. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Suzette, for catching the question because it didn't catch the corner of my eye. Part of this also is you guys finished directorship. I really want you guys to figure out the ways that Mary Kay wants to give you cash. Okay. I don't know that you know, but my recruiter has never been above a red jacket. Ever. The person who I signed up under, to this day, she's in Mary Kay, and she has never been above a red jacket. She's never even been in DIQ. Okay, but I'm her personal recruit, so she gets paid a commission on me. And I've had this conversation with her because I think you guys know I like numbers, right? I can't spell for a hoot, but I love numbers, okay? So when she decides not to have anybody else on her team, she gets paid how much of somebody that earns a diamond ring? 4%.
4%.
Okay. If she decides to have 3 people on her team, I order enough that she gets 8%. Huh. Just by her making sure she keeps sharing the opportunity that somebody else is getting the discount. Would you like to figure out the math, the difference between 4%, 8% of $20,000 wholesale minimum? Is that enough to be noticeable? Okay. So what I'm saying is, by you recruiting people, it may mean that you want to be like Suzette and me and move up to directorship. But you may be changing somebody else's life because you're sharing that opportunity with them. I never ever thought I would do this. I probably told somebody no with some unique words and patterns multiple times because they were nice, they would offer it to me, and I really thought it was the dumbest job alive. Until I was ready, until a need came, and then it was like, hey, it's kind of like Windows. I needed something for my daughter's skin to get better. So as you guys are finishing directorship, one of the biggest things I want for each of you, I want you to honestly think, who could I find to get myself to red? Understand, at red, you went from 2% to probably at least 6 to 8% commissions. You still don't necessarily have to have any more work. You are recognized by the company that you are at a stage that you're in leadership. How many like to be recognized for their work? Okay, how many like to do stuff with friends? Do you understand that when you have a team, you have built-in friends? Oh, wait, I'm the only one that doesn't like going to the bathroom by myself? Okay, I make sure that I like to make sure somebody's with me. That's how this whole thing started, is I didn't want to go to the Mary, because we were still in person. I didn't want to go to the meeting by myself. Somebody chose to come with me. That's the only way they got me in the meeting, because I didn't walk in the meeting by myself. Well, because I thought Mary Kay was weird, okay? Do you walk in a weird situation by yourself? You want to make sure you have backup. Okay, is that helpful? Am I giving you information? Am I giving you hope? Am I giving you a game plan? Don't all talk at once. Okay. I want to also understand that everybody on the screen, you get the distinction of being, but what's going to be, you're always going to be a part of Suzette's debuting team.
Baby what?
Debuting team. You will be an inaugural member.
Oh.
Well, and understand, you will hear us say that. So sometimes when you're listening to things with Julia, we will say that we're one of the debuting directors. We were one of the debuting directors. You see, I have that title. Sophia does not.
Oh, I see. I see. I didn't know what that word meant.
Debuting means coming out. She's trans, so you're gonna part of that. We have, looking at your numbers, just to kind of let you know, some of you are sneaking in on being up above your 6 and 8% commissions. All we have to do is add 1 or 2, if you finish adding your other team members, you've already got the numbers, the production numbers are there. All you need is the bodies. Does that make sense? So you could be giving yourself not only $100 bonus this month, but instead of being paid 4% commission, you could be paid 8% commission this month. Just a thought pattern on that. Other questions?
Mary, for having how many people? 8% for 3 people.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, for most of you that I'm looking at your numbers, yeah, that's where you are. Because part of that is most of you guys are turning in 600. When we go to do this, most of you are 600 type people anyway. You're doing at least a 600, and your team members, so that we put enough of them together, that's why your production numbers are high enough. If you ever want to know where your percentages are, if you look on your team building brochure that was in your starter kit, everything is in there. Mary Kay does not, that right there that Miss Suzette is holding, how we earn our money, Mary Kay does not try to make it a mystery. We do not try to hide anything, because that was something that they did to her in her other job, and it drove her crazy. So they try to be more than transparent of how you can earn money in Mary Kay. Ta-da, right there. It's also on InTouch. What other questions do you have about you guys becoming your own unit, about you building your own business? What other questions? This is kind of a fair, open mic. Ask me what you want.
It is really nice to get that little surprise commission check in your account. Mine is direct deposited. And so when it went from, oh, I don't know, $30 to 5 times, it was like, oh my gosh, oh, John, we got this. And so, you know, it was just really nice to get that extra commission. So it's that little surprise when you've gotten an extra check out from nowhere.
Miss Kathy.
Where are we, Suzette? How many more people? How much more money? 4 people?
It's not the money right now. It is the people. We have 25 in the unit, but I only have 19 active.
And you need 24 people that have ordered in the current month or 2 months prior.
24.
Yep. So she has 19. So actually she needs five more people to have order. Of course you can exit with way more than 24. Just for the record, Sophia exited, I think, with 31. But I mean, because they were kind of sitting at this and then exploded out.
That's where we're gonna be.
I'm
on the screen are gonna.
I'm trying to make sure all the cards are on the table. 8 days left to go. We're not having this conversation on the 29th.
No, all of you people on the screen are going to become red jackets before it's over with. The end of this month.
Free money. I agree, Elena. Free money. Yes. Other questions?
Well, it's me again. Full of questions. So if we get 4 people and get one of the ones that she already has to sell something, then that would be enough. No?
Yes. We just, the people that are signed that have yet to, so some of you I know have team members that have yet to turn an order. They turn in an order, they count for one of these.
Oh, they do.
Anybody, the difference is you have to not only have signed a BD agreement, you have to have turned in an order 225 or more wholesale to the company. That makes you an active consultant. Others, you're a signed consultant or you're an active consultant. Mary Kay language, to be an active consultant means that you have ordered 225 or more wholesale in the current month or 2 prior months. Obviously, if you're new, you weren't here 2 months ago, so that means you've had to order this month. Okay. Other questions? You guys will you will still meet with us on Monday nights. Suzette will have access to actually see more reports, and there'll actually be some extra things that she can do to help you as a director that is only on a director program, and that's why I'm not your director, so I can't do that for you. You're not actually in my family line, so I can't actually see your numbers. So I just go, hey, Suzette, let's see how much of these numbers you can see and send me a result, because I don't know when you guys order. I don't know who your teammates are because I can see nothing. Now, anybody in my family tree, I can see. So when this happens, so just to kind of walk you through what's going to happen, you're going to finish before the end of the month. Then all the month end stuff has to finish. So probably around October 5th, 7th, somewhere in there, Suzette will get another splash on her screen, like when she got her car, and she will be assigned a unit number. And then all of you are going to know that it happened. Well, I'm sure the screaming and shouting will let you know that it's happened. But if you happen to not be listening when that happens, if you would go to your at a glance page, your director name will change to Suzette's name.
Okay.
Her name will then appear on your page. Okay. And those of you who have teammates, obviously then Suzette will be their director. You will be their recruiter. So yeah, for some of you, Suzette will be your recruiter and your director, because she's both to you. She's your recruiter now. She'll be your recruiter in October. But she will take, her name will replace the director name that is on all of your computers. You'll remain in Sapphire. Okay. Any other logistics question? Anything else? Any other, was this helpful to you all tonight? Give you guys some inspiration to finish?
You're always inspiration.
Thank you, Kathy. You're always so nice.
You are.
Thank you. Seriously, we've got, I mean, I'm fine for at least another 7. If you guys have questions, if not, I mean, I seriously can jump off too, but if you guys have questions, I want you to know that I'm here for you.
Well, I have another question. So, well, actually, it's for Suzette. Suzette, do you, this is, okay, you said that no questions were dumb questions, right?
I have said that more than once. Okay, the ones that don't come out of your mouth seem to be a little painful, but.
Okay, right. They are, and a little embarrassing, but what is it we have to do to get those people to buy, sell, whatever? I mean, what?
Oh, Kathy, that is a great question. Let's stop that right there. We don't get to persuade them to do anything. This is, we offer. This is kind of like offering people a stick of gum. If they chose to sign their beauty agreement and then choose never to take up on the 50% offer, okay. It's kind of like you offer them a facial. They're either going to tell you yes or no. It's kind of like we've offered, hey, do you want to sign up? Do you want to get free products? Some of you guys told us yes. Some of you told us no. Okay? This is where I will say Mary Kay is numbers, because I don't ever want you to think it's about a person, because then person you can attach feelings to it. I don't want you to ever be disappointed. I'm going to pick on you a second again, Tracy. I don't ever want you to be disappointed in your team member that she got pregnant.
That's not her fault.
Well, no, but it's like, who knows? I mean, okay, now, because the thing is, if Tracy had 4 team members, she could really care less if that girl ever ordered or not. So you just simply work enough numbers. Okay, I will put it to, how many of you were with us in June when you guys watched me finish for my Cadillac? How many were here with me? Okay, so some of you watched. Okay, so when we were finishing our Cadillac, there was a certain number we needed. If you want to know what it is, it's $102,000. Let me just tell you what it is to finish a Cadillac. Okay, you get 6 months, but it's $102,000. For when we started June, we needed over 30,000. My highest month before that was only 21,000. But we were going to go over 30,000 to finish a Cadillac in a month. Yeah, I was insane. No. Okay. The reason I'm telling you that is as we were going along the month, there were people that promised me they were going to order to make sure we finished our Cadillac that month. They promised me. We passed because some other people stepped up. Do you understand that if I want to look back at, I can tell you that for a fact there is at least 8 people that never turned in an order that promised me they were turning in the order that month. Did that change if I earned a Cadillac? No, because what did I do? I worked enough numbers that it didn't matter if those 8 people didn't turn in their orders. So Kathy, your question isn't dumb, but we're not going to worry about them. We are going to offer them the chance to get their product at 50% off and most likely get free product because they're new. They're either going to say yes or no, but we're going to keep going forward. Who else do we know that would love to have the opportunity to maybe get their product at 50% off, have a chance to hang out with amazing people like y'all, and have a chance to learn what it is to earn a business? And we're just going to keep going forward. If they don't want to order, guess what? They have the honors of paying full price. Yay them. Okay, it's kind of like, if you repeat this, I'm probably going to get a little upset. No. That when somebody turns me down for a facial, depends on how bad they've hurt my feelings. Sometimes I just, in the back of my mind, I say, have fun wrinkling, and I walk away. Because you know what? I don't think I look bad for my age. And we have a great skincare line that keeps me not looking my age. And if they don't want to play, they can wrinkle. I don't care. Or they can pay more money. I don't care. Have a good time. Does that help? If these people don't want to order, they don't want to order. Over my career, I have probably, if I should count that up sometime, but I probably have had 150 different consultants in my unit. I probably have had 35 of them that never turned in an order. I mean, about a third to a fourth never turned in an order. Signed up, never turned in an order. What's really funny is I had a couple, and I could tell you some of these that have signed up with me multiple times and never turned in orders. And it's like, I personally think it's to see how persistent I am. Okay. Any other questions? If not, I'm gonna stop the recording and then we're gonna pray out of here. Okay, we okay? Stop recording. Yes, I wanna stop recording.